Anyways. The new world is in Region 12, also known as the Realm of Enchantments. And the fortress is called Firebolt in early summer of 352. We started in 351. Up late, are we, Stone? But this particular fortress is on a really nice map. I'm very proud of this map that we were able to find. It's a little on the big side. We do have carp. It's wilderness, so we don't have to be too worried about the world attacking us. We do have pretty consistent giraffes and warthogs, though, and I've also seen carp and various other freshwater fish and things. Yes, fuck Tim Sweeney. And some other cool stuff that's going on. But meanwhile, we also have coffee trees, which are lovely. We've got cashews. We've got oranges and various other things. But this volcano in the middle is the heart of our fortress. And down at the front, at the bottom of this cliff face, is this little creek. So this little creek feeds into this lake. And this little creek feeds into this lake. And this is a freshwater lake. We did find rhinos. I doubt we're going to do any of that. I do not have that as a priority right now. Rhinos came by once, and everybody's always like, Blind, are you going to do war rhinos? I'm going to just be as blunt with you as I possibly can. Extraordinarily doubtful. So this is the actual entryway to the fort. We are in reach of not one, not two, but not three, but four necromancer towers. They haven't come by just yet. And it appears that we are partying. So get your party hats on, chat. It's party time. Now, this is for the people watching on YouTube. I interrupt this party to remind everybody, if you would like to be Minecart certified, you can be Minecart certified by purchasing one of my various Minecart certification stickers, or the glorious Minecart certification mug. Allow the party to continue. Speaking of minecarts, I think it's time for us to build some minecarts. What do you think, chat? But this lovely fortress is the Fortress of Firebolt. I don't really have a goal for it, aside from some of you may have watched the video that I uploaded this morning on YouTube about a certain mug. Now, I swear it's not the one that I'm selling, but you could buy that one too. No, this is about the mug Mortal Throw. Now, I haven't found it yet because I've been too lazy to look for it. But Mortal Throw is a mug that we found in Legends, which is the obsession of also apparently uploading Legends videos loses me 3 subscribers. That's cool. This particular necromancer is obsessed with acquiring this mug to the point where they were hiring people to steal the mug from themselves. So that. Also, Paul Harvey is giving away 3 minecart certification mugs, chat. If you would like to be minecart certified, you can have a chance to win your official minecart certification mug from Paul Harvey. Of course, if you would like to give away a mug, you can do that via this button while the stream is live. But these are 15-ounce mugs, and they show off your official minecart certification badge on the mug. Totally worth grabbing if you haven't. It's a very, very good mug. I'm probably going to give one to my dad because you too can be minecart certified by simply purchasing a mug repping your minecart certification. So anyway, this fortress, like, the kind of only real small goal I have right now is acquire that artifact. But if we look at the world is quite small. It's a small map, which means it is absolutely possible that we could destroy every single necromancer tower on the map. And if we want to go for something dumb, we could do that. Yeah, we could do that. We could absolutely, like, try and kill every necromancer tower, because there's like 20-something. It's like 28 or something. Including, you know, ones down here. There's an elven tower? That's interesting. Human towers, we've got various things going on. As for our faction, we are the Uncommon Mansion. And the reason we selected this god is because they have a god that is a chinchilla. And I'm very disappointed to inform you that none of the dwarves that I've looked at so far worship chinchillas. However, we do have some named dwarves in here, so I will read through the named dwarves in the fort. And we also have 1, 2, 3 unnamed dwarves in the fort. So we will also be naming some new dwarves. So let's read through these dwarves. We got Shakebreak, Arch Plays Stuff, Bastet, Celistaris, Darius Cardrin, Elfie Bean, Glass Half Empty, Gobsnack, Kit Wanter, Lyagushka, Stone, who's a stone carver, Mako, as well as Firehawk and Rhina and Sentient Potat and Celebot, as well as Suited Giraffe and Tellan Artho. We also have Terminal Wetness and Wiz the God. So we have 3 additional dwarves. 3 additional dwarves. Also, it appears that Lyagushka, Cinnamove, and Red Octobear are the winners of those mugs. So go grab those. And thank you seriously, Paul. I will make that shirt reappear for you. Is the gem cutter a lady? The only the shearer is a lady. The farmer is lady. May you have one. So now we need to figure out how we give these away. That's the hard bit, because there's only 3 of them. There will be more migrant waves today, obviously. So if you don't get one right now, don't worry. So I will just go in the order that I see people asking. And we've had some people already ask. There will be more options. So I see Ranger Rick. I see... QN Green Tea. And no problem for the guides. Lots of tutorials I have made. And then the gem cutter can be... Let's go with Red Octobear. You haven't had one in a while. Let's read these dwarves' descriptions, and trust me, there will be more. Starting off with Ranger Rick. He is consumed by overpowering feelings of jealousy and made deeply uncomfortable by differences in culture and appearance. He dislikes helping others and has a noticeable lack of perseverance, and he doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. He likes a little excitement now and then and is pleased by his appearance and talents, and he tends to assume that the worst of 2 outcomes will naturally be the one that comes to pass. He has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications, and he is a bit stubborn in changing his mind about things. He needs alcohol to get through the working day. And he personally would soon have nature and the great outdoors burned to ashes and turned into a great mining pit. Sees life as unfair and doesn't mind it that way, and finds the pursuit of skill mastery off-putting. And he says, I saw a dwarf tell us the story of the acceptance of the elf Amelie cherished Storms as a member of the scholarly creed in the midsummer of 95 at the Silvery Spices. And it's interesting. Feels pleasure after watching a performance. Red Octobear is the next one we're reading. Red Octobear is intellectually stubborn, rarely changing his mind during a debate, regardless of its merits. Does not trust others and does not enjoy helping others, and does not enjoy participating in physical confrontations. He works to spread his natural tendency with his respective martial prowess and rarely feels discouraged. He tries to do things correctly each time and often feels envious of others. He tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects, and he can easily fall in love or develop positive feelings. He doesn't mind a little tumult and discord in day-to-day living and tends to consider what others think of him. Gotcha, Kagenara. He isn't given to flights of fancy, and he generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity. Also doesn't worship the all-important god. And double-checking, you also don't worship the all-important god. The all-important god, of course, being the chinchilla god that this faction has. Why doesn't anybody worship the chinchilla, you ask? Well, it's because they clearly have bad taste. QN Green Tea is the final dwarf we are reading right now. She enjoys being in crowds and is grounded in reality, very rarely moved by curiosity, and is quick to form negative views about things. She does not go out of her way to help others, and she tends to not reveal personal information. She rarely is happy or enthusiastic, and she is conflicted by this. She values parties and merrymaking in the abstract. She is a friendly individual and currently is more rude. She currently is more fearless, and she currently is more confident, and she is currently more shameless, and she is currently more thoughtless, and becomes very rigid when she's angry, and when she's thinking, she has a tendency to chew on her cheek. She personally doesn't particularly care about craftsmanship and does not care about fairness and doesn't think one way or another about leisure time, and also worships the wrong god. How do we have 22 dwarves and none of them decided to worship the chinchilla? Also, Green Tea, you are joining the military because you are a competent Marks dwarf. That's how we're going to defend this fort. It's Marks dwarves. Currently. So this is farming. This is where we're farming. It's we're growing stuff at a decent enough rate. I may even be able to store some livestock right here. I'm kind of thinking about putting my turkeys like right here. So let's do that. Pen and pasture. Let's throw the turkeys in here because I do have turkeys. And I do have a feeling we're going to get attacked eventually, so might as well put the turkeys somewhere safe.
Good day to you, gentlemen and gentlewomen. The
Lord
lurk
guy.
shall commence.
Thank you very much for the $1. Appreciate you. Enjoy the lurks. You know, we all, it takes a very, 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 very long time to really properly learn this game, but getting the basics can happen quicker than you realize. If you're 40 hours into Dwarf Fortress, you're probably at the very least building stuff at a relatively competent level. I would say. I could say that pretty safely. Let's do that. Let's try this. All right. That's where the turkeys are going to go. I mean, probably what I'm going to have to do is just build a really big fancy temple and then allow visitors and then just accept all of the visitors that come for the temple and just be like, worship the adorable floof. That is all. And maybe one day we'll actually get some worshippers of the adorable floof. I can probably do this as well. That I can. So this is the first set of bedrooms. We got several others coming along. I've got alabaster as well, apparently.
Over
Like a
here,
lot of plastic.
he has a sword.
Do I? Really? Huh. Interesting. All the dwarves who do not worship the adorable floof. I don't know about that. That seems a bit archaic to me. I'm not sure I can support that kind of behavior. All right, so this is the fortress, pretty much. I'm kind of thinking about having, well, so we let a little bit of water in this way. This is how I bring water into the fort. Although this is a aquifer down here, meaning this is just slowly filling. So I should probably give it away off of the map just for safety's sake. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along here. Actually, hold on. Let's just do this. And I'm going to give this a method of flowing off the map, because I'm very curious if I can end up with an infinitely flowing aquifer setup, because that would be really useful if I could. And let's also see, I do still have the garbage dump spot there, so we're going to dump all this, if I can. And we're going to keep kind of going this way. And I'm going to run right into there, and that's going to be drainage for this. There's no waterfall. I don't know why everybody seems to always presume that we have a waterfall already, but we currently have no waterfall. So I don't know how we're hidden by a waterfall, but I also, too, look forward to be hidden by a waterfall. That does sound really cool. I would have to build one, basically. Just aspirational, I assume. Oopsies, that is not what I wanted to do. That is what I wanted to do. Lava fall, much more achievable. Just build a sping over the front of the fort. What is exactly a sping is? How am I today? Alive, I think. Confirmed. All right, hopefully we can get this stuff out. Tolus, hello. I was gonna say, maybe we can get the dwarves to haul that out. Maybe not. So we did do a little bit of accidental whoopsie flooding, but largely it's fine. Let's make a couple more bedrooms up here. Queue these up, and once these are done, once all this is done, we're gonna start digging some more, because the whole point of this fort is it's going to be a big old hole in the ground around a volcano. Clunk. The problem is I've done quite literally no scouting, so I have no idea where the aquifer is. I know that there is a light aquifer on the map. That's about it. We also have coal on the map. There's coal around, so we can use... What is it? It's not coke. That's the other thing. I can use this stuff... I guess, yeah, it is coke. Okay. I can make coke, and we can make steel with that, which will be nice. So instead of having to use charcoal, we can use coke. But also, because this is a brand new world, this is the first fortress that we've done in this world, so we don't need to worry about people migrating over. And just as a reminder for anybody who hasn't seen the command, the reason we started this fortress is because the last fortress just broke. It was not an FPS death per se, but the game would just freeze. If you think you can fix it or would like to try to fix it, I did upload the save to the save sharing room on Discord. So if you would like to attempt to fix that, you can do that. So I would recommend doing that. If you would like to attempt to fix that save file, just go download it. Give it a look. See what you can do. That was, in fact, the Zombo Fort, yeah. Although, admittedly, it was getting kind of boring. All we were really doing was resurrecting zombies and kind of digging towards hell. That was about it. It's kind of a shame we weren't able to dig too deep, but I do know that the hell in that world had a pretty unbeatable set of skills, which made them a bit, not frustrating, but kind of annoying to fight more than anything, so... Sentient, you're a kid. You don't need one yet. Let's Firehawk instead. Okay, how many dwarves still need bedrooms? Not many. I would like to get these dwarves bedroomed up as quickly as possible, so let's see if we can do this. Okay, well, not enough beds. Not enough bedroom stuff just yet. Working on it. You've been a VOD viewer recently? Yeah. No, I think people kind of migrate to and from being a VOD viewer and being a stream viewer. I mean, like, on an average day, the streams will get about 2,800 views. Part one of the VODs generally get about 2,000 views, and then the rest of the VODs get about 300. So it is a portion of the audience, but it's definitely a noticeable one. Let's do this. Don't know how many of these they've made, so we'll just run through them. More than I thought. Wait, really, Red Octo? I like how that works. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to channel out a chunk over, or dig out a chunk over here. I'm worried I'm going to hit the aquifer, because down here is the aquifer. Some migrants have arrived. So chat, to those of you who didn't just get a dwarf, we're going to do a pick-me for each individual dwarf, methinks.
Nice.
Animal, thanks for the nice months. It's very nice of you. Thanks for being nice. Nice. So this first one is going to go to Shady. Shady is a hunter, which means you're probably going to immediately join the military. He is deliberately cruel to those unfortunate enough to be subject to his sadism, is strong and has a tendency towards privacy, finds humor in most situations, and is generally unhindered by the thoughts of others concerning his actions. He is very friendly and always tries to say nice things to others. He has trouble mastering fear when confronted by danger. Doesn't try to get things done perfectly and doesn't often feel envious of others. He is confident in his abilities when undertaking specific ventures, and he thinks he is fairly important in the grand scheme of things. He tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions and often feels lustful. He often feels discouraged and generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity and is completely overindulges. Occasionally overindulges. Inhales sharply when he's angry and needs alcohol to get through the working day. Dreams of creating a great work of art and personally finds the development of his skill with weapons and fighting distasteful. Well then, what the fuck, man? And sees the attainment of knowledge as important. Okay, well then why are you in this career path then? I was like, you're gonna join the military. You're perfect for it. Turns out, no. No, you're not. Is green tea in the military? Yeah, you are. These two both are sweet. Well, anyway, next up we have a boyer. Who wants to be this boyer? Nihilith, you can be the boyer. She often feels filled with joy and is a die-in-the-wool quarreler, never missing a chance to lash out in verbal hostility. She is bothered by this since she values friendship. She takes no pleasure in her talents and sees herself she desires little for herself in the way of possessions, and she does not generally respond to emotional appeals. She very easily falls into love and develops positive feelings. She often feels envious of others, and she doesn't seek out excitement. She tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions, and she is stubborn. She has a sense of duty, and she tends to get things done perfectly. Tries to get things done perfect. Doesn't try to get things done perfectly. She enjoys the company of others and tends to stare unwaveringly when she's speaking to somebody and needs alcohol to get through the working day. Dreams of creating a great work of art and personally thinks working hard is an abject idiocy. Sees guile and cunning as indirect and somewhat worthless. and is a talented boyar and worships the wrong god. Same with you. Good lord. Next up over here, we have Tuval, the peasant, who has a big family and worships no god. Well, Gigonstein. Always is in love with somebody and easily develops positive feelings, is easily moved to mercy, and she is very stubborn. She tends to avoid any physical confrontations and works to square this natural tendency with her respect to martial prowess. She is trusting and she doesn't seek out excitement. She is moved by art, natural beauty, and she is troubled by this, and she dislikes the natural world. She doesn't try to get things done perfectly, and she can sometimes act without deliberation. She is very humble, and she occasionally overindulges. She isn't particularly curious about the world, and begins to talk in a hushed whisper when she's angry, and she needs alcohol to get through the working day. She dreams of mastering a skill and personally finds the pursuit of knowledge to be a waste of effort. Sees life as unfair, doesn't mind it that way, and she doesn't think one way or another about leisure time. And she's joining the military. I think that's everybody. All right. If I get a dwarf, can you be a crossbow dwarf again? Sure. Keyword being it when you get a dwarf, I suppose. All right, so. Yeah, we're still just sitting at 25. There will be opportunities. Do not worry. All right, we're getting more things planted. All right, we need to figure out where I'm building now, because hitting the aquifer here is sketchy. So I need to figure out how and where we're going to build this. Also, this is draining pretty quick. That's not bad. Not good, but not bad. So the plan is I want to defend this fort with crossbows. So I think the defense area is going to be here. This is where we're going to defend the fort. The way we're going to defend this fort is it'll be... probably... Yeah, it'll be this layer. It'll be this layer, and then there will be 2 layers beneath it with lava at the bottom. I have not played Road Warden, so I do not know. I also didn't play the demo. But it has good reviews, so I don't know aside from that. Now, the way this is going to work is it's going to be a thing like this, basically. And then I'm thinking it either... Okay, so I've got one of 2 ideas. Either one, it's a big, like, walkway with a tower in the middle with Mark's dwarves in it that I can then lock them in there. And then, of course, we could, like, maybe use cart grinders or other things around the edges to just, like, cause the baddies trouble. That could be an option, okay? The other option is we do, like, a big swoop like this that then drops and comes out here, a layer down, with a tower in the middle. So one long pathway that they walk around, or a circular pathway that goes around with an exit on the back, and I lock them in regardless. What you think be cooler, chat? Big swoop or big circle? Chat's saying big circle? Okay, well, let's design a big circle then. It's always if we're getting a dwarf. I have a little bit more confidence. I mean, like, I will give you a dwarf, mate. You will get a dwarf. Do not worry about that. I think it was if back in the day, or not back in the day, but back when we had the last system that we were using, where you had to just randomly get one of the drawings, but now I think it's a higher odds. Because I will just give you a dwarf. If I say I'm going to give you a dwarf, you're going to get a dwarf. I also have kind of another piece of science we can do here as well with minecarts, where I'm just like, let's see if we can figure out other ways to make minecart mist. And one of them is, well, there's going to be lava at the bottom of this, because this is going to be our tower right here in the center, right? Around this area is just going to be a hole in the ground. It's just going to be a hole in the ground. There's going to be maybe a 3-layer drop, and then lava. Now, the beauty of having a couple layer drop and then lava at the bottom is I can just drop stuff into the lava without any real repercussions. Lava. We lava some lava. Now, because I can do that with... because I can drop stuff into it with no repercussions. Our opportunity for gushers is pretty high. So I'm sure we can have a little bit of fun with that. Root gushers, but it's lava flavored? I mean, molten rock. Kind of surprised I haven't seen a candy branded as being lava flavored now that you mention it. That is really difficult to look at. All right, you down here, you go down one at the end here. Yeah. Now, because you're right there... Problem is I need to get to here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get here the most efficient way possible, chat. We're going to go right to here. And I'm going to... Don't actually... Okay. Let's... Build some very safe scaffolding. Followed by even more safe scaffolding. But we're going to build some very safe scaffolding. TM. From very safe industries. Why am I out of blocks? Out of blocks. This is a travesty. Oh, fine. We'll use wood then. We made powered under lava minecarts in the last fort, and it did nothing interesting. But yes, you could power under lava minecarts. I mean, we could make another FAMP for this too. Like, that's also an option. Like, there's lots of things we can do. I just need to make sure I'm not killing my own dudes. But trust me, we have plenty of options. Now, I'm also just going to do this. This is going to be a pretty short minecart route, but it'll speed things up a little bit. Possible ballista defense as well. Sure. I will say possible. Please don't consider that guaranteed. I think boulder defense is actually more likely. And by that, I mean catapults. Just because the ammunition is less of a pain in the ass to make. The issue with, like, ballista is just how annoying they are to construct. That's the only real issue. The new tribe, but you've only ever played once, so but for 100 hours, so starting over sounds scary? I mean, here's the thing. You don't need to delete the old world. You can keep the old one. No, why did you put a minecart in there? You doofus! Okay, so down here, let's just make a minecart route. And we're going to load from this. We're going to load with all stones except for metal ores, and now I just need a wooden minecart. You tend to never have more than 3 to 5 clear a hallway. Yeah, I mean, they're effective, but the way I've laid this out wouldn't be that effective for them. Basically, like, just because using crossbow dwarves does not necessarily automatically equal ballista. But, you know. One empty. And there you go. But yeah, I think that ballista right now are kind of honestly just a bit of a casualty of, you know, they're not their own success. That's the wrong word. They're kind of a casualty of the non-existence of better sieges. But we're also in an ad, so I should wait. Because sieges are still, you know, underdeveloped and we don't have new sieges yet, I think it's still a little... It's a little difficult to justify using them still. It's a little bit difficult. All right, we are through ads. So minecart should come up this way momentarily. There it is. Minecart move up. Now the kids have something to do. They start hauling boulders into this. And it begins. Human sieges are much closer to the definition of siege. They show up on your map and they hang out outside. And then they try and force you to come out and meet them, which is much closer to the actual, like, meaning of the word siege. So, yeah, no, like the goblin sieges and the elven ambushes, not much of a siege. But, I do think that The human sieges are closer to a siege. But we're not going to get that update for a while. I mean, the siege arc is after the map rewrite, right? Or is it before the map rewrite? I need to look, but we're not going to get that till after adventure mode anyway. So it'll be a while. You know, now that you post that, I just remember the thing that I forgot to do this morning, which was upload the other Halloween-themed emo. Well, I'll get that done over the weekend. God damn it. Cooler gave me another Halloween-themed emote, which is very good, and I super forgot to upload it this morning because I was too busy setting up merch. The new Halloween emote is, this. I'm just saying, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's definitely not Dwarf's. Okay, so we've got them doing that minecart running back and forth, making a stack of chalk, and them doing their thing over here, which is good. So that'll clear stuff out pretty quickly. Let's get the rest of these bedrooms assigned. I can't believe how happy these dwarves are. It's ridiculous. Like, genuinely, I cannot really believe how happy these dwarves are. I want to spend time with family. Well, you're in love with Gobsnack. Hang out with Gobsnack. Or don't. Where'd that water come from? No dive bombing buzzards and no vomit rain. You make a very valid point, but I'm going to choose to ignore it and just say, wow, these dwarves are very happy. What's there to complain about? A lot of these dwarves don't have bedrooms. There's no temple. I guess we do have mugs. There's no meals. Just raw food. I don't know. There's plenty to complain about, I would say. Plenty to complain about. Scaffolding next to warthogs? What warthogs? I don't see any warthogs. Where are these alleged warthogs? You mean the wild boars that are on the other side of the map? So terrified. What about the rhinoceri that exists? Oh, they are stuck on the other side of the little creek on the far side of the map. I'm so scared of the rhinos. Catch the rhinos. Chat. If somebody gifts 5 subs in the next 90 seconds, I will try and catch the stupid rhinos, which I don't want to catch, nor do I want to manage. So if you insist, put your money where your dwarf is. And I will think about catching these rhinos. And for an additional 50 gift subs, I might train one of them for war. Otherwise, they're going to be a meat supply. Also, Darius, thanks for the 5 gift subs. God damn it. I have to... Okay. The second part was kind of a joke. Please don't give 50 subs. You're fine. I'll train them for war. Fine. Son of a gun. You feel like that was slow, frankly? Just had them in the chamber, ready to go. All right, we'll try to catch these stupid fucking rhinos. I can't wait for them all to die in the first siege and for me to be like, see, I showed you. Told you this would happen. It was your fault. You gift a lot of subs. This is true. You do, in fact, gift a lot of subs anyway. All right. Wooden cage. 10. Rock mechanisms, 10. So the rhinos are all the way over there. There's 4 of them. Need those cage traps. Nope. It does not matter what materials the cages are made out of unless you're trying to catch a thing made of fire. In which case, then it needs to be lava safe. Otherwise, it'll burn. But fortunately, most things in this video game are not made of fire, making it kind of a moot point. I don't think so. I think 32 tiles is the maximum for the mechanical bridges. Yeah, no, not entirely bridge. That's as big as I can make them. But the dwarves can walk around it. It's fine. Bruh, they can walk around it. Why do I need a bridge there? Like, literally, the dwarves can walk around it. See? They've already built the first bit of it. Hey, chat, Baka Glass is first, if you didn't know. This is going to force them through. I guess we can go all the way across. It's going to force them through the cage traps. I really wish that there was a version of that in Fragrance, that clapping. Except, like, half the speed. I'm just saying we need a slow clap version of that emote. Just... Okay, so then right here... Elfie Bean, thanks for gifting a sub to In Fragrance. Thank you so much, Elfie. Get that done. No cages in any of these. Okay, you're loading the cage trap. There's now a cage in that one. Sam Texagon, whose fort is featured on the Steam page of Dwarf Fortress. Caravan from our faction has arrived. Sorry, guys, we're busy trying to catch rhinos because chat demanded it.
Yay, rhinos.
It was steel walls, yeah. Which has, like, I think 20,000 views on YouTube, admittedly. It's one of the most viewed ones. And Darius, thanks for the $1. Appreciate you. And also these rhino shenanigans causing this hype train. So thank you very much for the hype train, chat. Alrighty, rhinos, path this way. The expedition leader Bastet meets with the outpost liaison Zan. They add information to our notes, and we say, yes, sure. Stuff and things. They want footwear. I can't remember what they asked me for the first time, so we need to trade something with them. because it would be offensive if I traded nothing with them. So I'm going to sell them this wooden pipe I made, and I'm going to sell them this corkscrew I made. I'm sure they'll be very proud of us. I'm also going to sell them some of these cups. We're going to walk in the footsteps of the great Quill 18 and get this mug economy going. Possibly Deep Space Renegade. It's interesting that you call the fortresses and the hamlets a tribe. I don't think I've ever seen anybody refer to like the embarks as tribes before, Captain. Not that it's a bad thing, it's just I've never seen somebody do that before. Also, I'm going to swap Bastet to off of Broker, and we're going to give that job to Rhino so that somebody less busy can come do it. I don't know what a Chuck Taylor is. Just thought I'd make that clear. We're going to trade for one piece of glass. We're going to trade for one more piece of glass. Trying to train my broker a little bit here. Then I'm going to trade for one steel burr. If I can. Yeah, we got it. Sweet. Easy trade. Rhinos. I'm going to just be a little bit obvious about this. Do you think that the rhinos will mind? Just saying. It's the steel boots of the real world, so hooker boots? Regardless, though, chat, thank you very much for the,
Almost
hype
2 years.
train. Zakos, thank you very much for the 23rd month. God damn, that is almost 2 years. You are not wrong. That is almost 2 years, in fact. Thank you very much for the hype train. Apparently, the El Paso Elsewhere soundtrack is coming to vinyl. That's interesting. Ranger J, thanks for the Prime subscription and for leveling up the hype train. All right, so that didn't totally scare them off. I haven't caught any of them yet. But it did make them move around a little bit. They're very suspect of my trap installations, I think. Yeah, they're just like, bah, scary. Or maybe they're scared of the flying lungfish. I'm too scared of the flying lungfish. But maybe this is a way that, uh-oh. Maybe don't drown. Why is this draining? Huh, that's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen like a little pond like this drain before. Why are these draining? Is it so hot that they're evaporating? Huh. I don't believe I've ever seen that. Interesting. Oh, well. Hopefully, we can catch one of these in a trap. The dwarf is leaving. Some migrants have arrived. Why is there so many... This is the second migrant wave we've gotten this season, chat. Let's just see how big this wave is. We'll name some people in a little bit here. I'm not going to do them at every single wave. Although Still did ask for somebody who was going to join the military, so I will give Still this one. We'll just go with the one dwarf. You mean Twitch Prime Real Estate? Uh-huh. Which we're not even supposed to be called anymore. Can you be the weakest of them? I'm just naming this one dwarf. Because we just did like 3, and then we did 4 more. So I'm just going to do the 1 right now, and we'll do another round of naming dwarves in like an hour or so. He feels helping others is an imposition on his time and finds a chaotic mess preferable to the boredom of harmonious living. He is swayed by emotional appeals, and he is slow to anger. He does not easily hate or develop negative feelings. He tends to be a bit stubborn in changing his mind about things, and he has a greedy streak. He isn't particularly ambitious, and he has a noticeable lack of perseverance. He generally acts with a narrow focus on the current activity and tenses up when he's nervous, and he needs alcohol to get through the working day. He does not mind being outdoors, at least for a time. Basically, I don't want to just spend the whole time naming dwarves right now. Personally, he greatly respects individuals that can persevere through their trials and labors, and values hard work, and doesn't think one way or another about leisure time, and doesn't particularly respect commerce. Dreams of mastering a skill. Welcome to the fortress. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to make an animal stockpile. So if I suddenly start seeing cages show up in here, we know that we've caught something. No empty animal traps, just no cages. Just the... you know what? Let's actually just say nothing. Only rhino. So if there's something in that stockpile, we know we've done right. Well, I'm not going to guarantee you that we're capturing rhinos, because there's no guarantees that we're capturing rhinos. We may end up capturing rhinos, but there's no guarantees of it. For the Rhino Armada. What are we so mada about? There we go. We are attempting to capture rhinos. I'm not going to guarantee any rhino capture. We're also hype training, apparently. Courtesy of chat room. This hype train sponsored by the Rhino Armada.
More
Clearly.
bits for the train.
Thanks for the $1, Darius. Metalhead Unleashed, it's good to see you. How you been? And thanks for the 9 subscriptions and the $2 in bits. Appreciate you, chat. Today's stream is going to be a tad bit shorter than some recent streams. Yeah, it has been a bit. I just kind of assume that everybody's gone for a while because it's summertime. Actually, I'm going to get rid of the outer side of that. Summertime is over now, which is why people are starting to tune back in. See, exactly like I said, got some mountain hiking done. Uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. No, but like this happens every single year. Basically from the start of summer until later in the year, things get very quiet in these parts. And you've still been keeping up with the updates? Yeah, I think I've seen your comments and such. My general theory is that my audience isn't made up of majority children. So because of that, adults, you know, like, do things in the summer. Kids are like, yay, it's summertime, meaning, like, freedom, right? Well, adults don't really get that luxury. I have not caught any rhinos yet. I just need them to step onto these cages. They all have cages in them. That's all. Little to the right there, old guy. Little to the right, old girl. Little to the right, old girl. Not much I can do about that. So wheelbarrows are bringing stuff down here. No one plays that game. Laugh. Rhino riders will be fun. Dwarves don't ride things, so that's not gonna happen. Don't get your hopes up. There are no mounts in Fortress mode. And regret everyone. That's why I just simply choose to not play bad games. Generally works. There's so many bad games out there. Why would you waste your time on them? Could just play good games. Gonna need to mine out this and replace it with other things. There is a wild boar in my fortress. Lovely. Meetings all day on Friday. Sigh. Oh, that sucks. Let's see if they do this correctly. We'll find out. But dwarves don't know how to get mugs out of chests. In case you didn't know. That's fine. We're gonna do this anyway. Makes you think that I'm using drywall? Right now I'm playing one of my favorite real-life minigames, chat. Is child getting murdered or simply mildly annoyed about something? Currently I'm going with mildly annoyed about something. But jury's still out. Child may be getting murdered. Wait, ignore you about what? To them, it's the same thing. Oh, no, I mean, the child definitely thinks they're getting murdered, but they're still screaming, so I think it's fine. And I can also hear a parent talking to them, so I'm also assuming it's fine. Mistum the potash maker withdraws from society. Have you claimed something yet? Okay, claimed a stoneworker's shop. And is just standing there and demanding skeletons. Well, I'm sure we can provide you with skeletons. Unfortunately, we haven't caught any rhinos yet, so no rhino skeletons for you. Child is just playing make-believe in the lava forge pool. Ah, right. I mean, that's fine, as long as it hasn't been filled yet. Soon to be filled is totally acceptable. Apparently we struck more bituminous coal. Right, now that's getting done. Go into this and be all like, well, this llama ain't worth anything. You know what? I'm gonna breed horses for meat, since I have horses. Let's also get some doors over here. Get some more bedrooms made. Up here. It's cold in the empty lava pool. Yeah, I don't know. I know it's kind of dark to put it like that being one of my favorite real-life minigames, but it is like a daily occurrence in this building now. When I first moved into this building and it was just like couples and single people, it was so nice and quiet. And now they've all had children, and it's just like, fucking stop it. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to like work here. Trap smack my bismuth. I like that. I haven't thought about smack my bitch up in a second. Different time in music, let me tell you. I mean, I know what you're going for. Well aware of what you're going for, in fact. I may not actually need to smooth the outside of this, but that's okay. We'll be building flooring in here anyway. Begun a mysterious construction. The second artifact of this fortress. What was the first one? Apparently Elfie Bean has a bunch of family heirlooms. Including something called Present Gorged, which at a glance looks like it's made of adamantine, but I could be wrong. Right, yeah, we made this. A white jade coffer. That's the one artifact. The fancy chest, which is in the tavern. Will this fort be some undead themed again, or any idea what you're going for this time? We're not going for undead themed again. I will be doing another undead themed fort for Halloween, but that'll be in a different world, and that'll probably just be like 1 or 2 streams. Basically, my theme for that one's going to be I'm not going to memorialize anything, and it's going to be in a we're going to find ourselves a terrifying and or haunted biome, and I'm not allowed to memorialize anything. We're going to do that. This fort, well, there's a mug I would like to steal. There's a lore video about that on YouTube right now. Well, actually, a Legends video on YouTube about that right now. It's a mug that a necromancer claimed and kept as their own, and then got so obsessed with trying to steal with that people were trying to steal it that they tried to steal it from themselves. So they started paying people to steal it from themselves after people started trying to steal it. Butts, monkey monk monk. So that's something I kind of want to do with this fort is try and steal that artifact. But also, I want to be primarily, I want to do what I wanted to do with the last fort, which is I want to be primarily a crossbow defense. So basically, I'm thinking about filling up this tower up with crossbow dwarves, and then have a few Z-level drop around here, and then filling it up with lava, and just doing that. And I think that would be pretty cool, because it's been a long time since I've done that. And now that they more or less work as they should, it's a much more viable proposition to do that. So I would like to just use that as defenses. Have I found the metal yet? I have, in fact, found metal. This is in a different world, so metal is more common with magnetite. So we're going to be using steel bolts. The better question is, have I caught rhinos yet? Nope. No, we haven't. But as for more long-term plans for this fort, I'm not entirely sure right now. That we've thrown around the idea of maybe trying to exterminate every necromancer on the map because it's a regular-sized world, so it's doable. So and people always ask me to do world domination equivalents, so we could theoretically do something like that, which could be fun. But aside from that, I'm still working on ideas. The only reason the last world went away was because, like, the saves started breaking, so. Which kind of sucks, but not much I can do. Hey, Psychon. And an amulet. Mistim, the potash maker, has created Meringue Cod, a limestone amulet, and offers it to the ageless creation. Also in this world, we are within spitting distance of not 1, not 2, but 3 necromancer towers. So. This is a mudstone amulet. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is encircled with bands of rectangular gypsum cabochons and menaces with spikes of Gilashed. The folly of Donu and dwarves in Chert. Gilashed is surrounded by the dwarves. Use Gilashed is surrounded by the dwarves. The artwork relates to the rise of the folly of Donu. Use Gilashed as an enemy of the uncommon mansion in the mid-autumn of 187 during the rampage of the folly of Donu. Use Gilashed in Pillar Blunt. I would like a pillar-sized blunt as well. On the item is an image of teff plants in llama bone. This is bad? Wait, what's bad about it? Confused. Or why would it be bad, rather? Play the game the way you want to play it. Like, who cares? Why does it matter? It's a single-player game. Play it the way you want to play. That is all. All right. And if they make it past the crossbow dwarves, we'll just use cart grinders. Then why are you asking if it's bad? You already know the answer. It's personal taste. Okay. Good. Play the game. I played 5 forts in the last world. Oh. No, they're not. That's a lie. Next time, give me truths. Gate Elemental. Because if my forts were modern art, then they would all just look like this. Sorry. If my forts were modern art, they would look like this. There we go. Stop talking, chat. Sit and admire art. I'm admiring art. Don't feel anything. Anyway, but thank you, I guess. DF is art, my forts are not art. Modern art, aka Walmart. What? Actually, no, that would be modern wall art, wouldn't it? So you know what? Let's do this way. I'm gonna use this as a marker line. Well, it's because it's the thing that I was riffing on is like modern art is just like random squares and funny shapes. That's what I was trying to do that. Modern Walmart is your emo band. Modern Walmart. And their first album is Anti-Consumerism. Oh no, a water buffalo bull is starting. Anyways, probably go pasture that. Yoink. Well, if they make people make cooler things, that's good. Still, that is good. I don't really think of them as like modern art though, per se. If they inspire people to make cool things, I'm okay with that. So this bottom layer down here is going to be filled with lava. And then this is going to do another lap around. And then veer off this way, drop down. Uh-oh. 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 Well, that's going to be a pain in the dick. Fortunately, it's just small aquifer. Yay, found aquifer. I mean, I'm going to be filling this thing up with lava, so it's not actually that big of a deal. But, still kind of annoying. Oh no, we're almost out of booze. Gotta fix that. And also, let's make a farmer's workshop. Yay, legendary dining room. Dwarves are getting happy thoughts. Are all the bedrooms claimed? Do all the dwarves have bedrooms? All the dwarves have bedrooms. Excellent. Not the booze, just the booze. Also, I'm going to be efficient. And by efficient, I mean this is where we are going to train crossbows. And up here, I'm going to do this. So this thing that I'm about to explain is up here we're going to place flooring, but we're also going to put trapdoors up here. Down here I'm going to store wooden bolts. Up here I'm going to store metal bolts. They're going to train with wooden bolts down here. And then when it's time to fight, they'll probably head up here with metal bolts or with wooden bolts and then swap from wooden bolts to metal bolts as they start shooting, because they'll run out of ammunition pretty quickly and have to go reload. And I'm just gonna make sure that the upper layer is full of better bolts than the lower layer. That's the way I'm gonna try and do this. Also, I just realized I need to go along here, and along here, along here. But I can fill this up with boulders. Go with siltstone because it's close by. Siltstone because it's close by. And siltstone. Going all right, Noelman, and yourself? Nothing has happened. No, it's been pretty quiet. Marco. I mean, I've 7x7 watered my entire fort many, many times. Maybe not many, many times, but a good hand. Enough times that it's notable. Not once in this version, though. Oddly enough. I'm not complaining, Mako. They're probably just simply busy elsewhere. That amulet, I think I'm going to give to my expedition leader as an item. And I appear to be digging into aquifer. Lovely. Well, it's time to channel the entire aquifer out of existence. By that, I mean dig it out of existence. Let's simply remove the aquifer. Forbid the aquifer from existing, and then the aquifer can't hurt us, chat. It can't hurt us if it doesn't exist. Still haven't caught any rhinos. If the necromancers did attack, I would literally just lock the front doors, so kind of happy they haven't. Like, that would quite literally be the strat, is just lock the door. Yeah, I can see that. Thanks for reminding me again. If I was asking for help, I would have a backseating allowed tag, K-Dranos. I have a no backseating tag, right? So if I wanted backseating, I would not have a no backseating tag. So thanks for reminding me once again. I know. It's okay. We'll get to it. One thing at a time. I really, really hate being pointed out little things like that. It's like, I know. Thanks. We're working on it. Considering I'm also about to lock every single one of these dwarves out of this area. You know? Also, you can get mined out. You can get smoothed. You can get smoothed. You can get smoothed. You can get smoothed. I might actually cut out more of this. Nah, it's fine. We'll let it be. We'll let it be. Wonder if they can even do that. I don't think they can. Okay. It's currently your strat when any threat happens. What, lock the door? That's not a fun strat, though. Sure, it's a strat. It's the least interesting one. All right, so the lower level is going to be filled with cart grinders. Upper level is filled with this. I'm a little bit concerned that we're hitting the aquifer down here. There's only so much I can really do about that. Only so much I can really do. Smooth that coal in there. We'll do it that way. All right. Gonna go around the outside here. Then I guess drop down. No, I can't drop down another layer because I'm gonna hit my fort. So the real scary thing about this is if I accidentally cave anything into this area down here, you know what's gonna happen? Is we're gonna suddenly have lava pouring into the entire fort. That's the truly terrifying thing about right here, is if I accidentally in here with anything, we're gonna have to rebuild this whole thing. So here's hoping that doesn't happen. But, you know, it's crazier things have happened, so hopefully we don't have to, you know, worry about this. And, okay, so there's a problem with Mark's Dwarves in the game right now. And it's pretty simple. And the problem is this. If you shoot a bolt at a target, it destroys the bolt. If you shoot a bolt at a target and you let it drop a Z level, you can recover the bolt. However, you can never put it back into a stack, meaning they can then only equip single bolts instead of stacks of bolts. You want them to be able to equip stacks of bolts so that they can have more bolts at one time without them having to reload. However, the more I think about it, the more I feel like we should just accept that they will have to reload more often and just have ample access to ammo. And just let them train with one type of ammunition. It's just easier. I think I might just go that route. And just do it this way. I will build 2 archery ranges in here. Put nice flooring in the middle. Once I have enough. We're just gonna use stacks of metal. We're just gonna go that way. Oops, no, not that. One on the inside. After I build these. I'm not too picky about material. What, that ammo can't ever be restacked? I mean, it's been the way they've worked for as long as I've played the game. So I would assume forever. All right. Let them get to that. We'll also channel out these. We'll do the same for this side over here. This is ammo collection. Training. And the ammo may actually end up down here. Depending. Because it might fall through the floor. If it ends up down here, that's not actually a huge issue. Okay, so. Now that that's all set up. And dwarves are still hauling boulders out of here. And the way they're hauling boulders is by pushing wheelbarrows. Which get shoved all the way up and over this little hill. Down the other side. Down into the entrance. All the way down here. To my minecart. Because, you know, efficiency. I guess what I should really be doing is building another minecart to drop stuff off here. From this side. That's probably what I should be doing. That's probably what I should be doing. Okay, how ridiculous would a track from here to here look? Not actually as ridiculous as I thought it would. Chat, minecart or wheelbarrows, what do you think? Oh, Dwarf Fortress is like that. I still learn things about this game like almost daily, and I've been playing this game for on and off for 10 years. You know, I've set up literally everything I can for rhinos, and apparently we caught a rhino calf. So that you're aware. Didn't catch the adult rhino, but did catch a rhino calf, so you can shut up about rhinos now. Thank you. Everybody will rejoice now that you can shut up about rhinos. All right. Which means I need to make an underground pasture for them. That's what that means. Sorry, this is just a natural response to that word. Anyways. I am not going to breach Cavern Layer 1. You missed that game? So go play it. Open Roller Coaster Tycoon is good stuff. So yeah, the rhinos had babies. And they're the ones wandering far enough forward to get caught. So, which means they're not going to be adult size for 10 years, so, you know, just... It's going to be a while. Don't get too excited. Rhino babies are adorable. They are, but they do take forever to grow up. Oh, right. It's going to take 10,000 years to build this. It's also not going to work. Just going to cancel this minecart. Just skip this whole idea. That was a mistake. Don't do that. I'd have to build things differently. Haven't had many forts that have lasted 10 years. Yeah, well, I mean, in order to have, like, adult animals, animals like that maturing, yeah, you need to keep the fort running for quite some time. I'm just going to do this way, because this is the only way I could actually make this work. Maybe I can repurpose this later for wood. Right now, this is the direction that the minecarts are going to go. And also the direction that this construction is going to go. And down here, I'm going to remove, well, not all of them, but a lot of them. The minecarts are going to be moved to this, probably. All right, so you... now I'm just trying to remember. How many years did the last fort last? Pretty close to 10. Not longer than 10. All right, so we're going to do this, except not with closest material. Needs 121 blocks. All right. That'll do. Okay. So, like I said, we need a indoor pasture. So I'm going to do this. We're bringing the sky down to us. It's gonna take a little bit, though. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make a room right here, or a space right here, with one layer above removed, and then rebuilt as floor, so that sun sees it. Maybe in the future I can rebuild it as glass. I don't actually know if there is sand in this map. I haven't seen any yet. And then dirt will grow here. Or grass will grow here, and then we can, you know, feed our rhinos, amongst other things, like horses and whatnot. Make our livestock safer, basically. And if there's bees, I have no real interest in doing bees right now, just for reference. Unless you're just saying, oh, honey, for the sake of it. And there's bees. Honeybees, yep. Not right now. Maybe in the future. It's not a priority. Better question, though, is why aren't we brewing anything? Dwarves, what the fuck? Bees are extremely inefficient and, like, literally, I'm not going to take the one-step process of alcohol and change it to put honey into thing, sit there and wait for 6 months, remove wax from thing, put wax into press and press it, put it into 2 separate containers, put container into brewer to make mead, and then it goes into a different container. I'm not gonna do that. It's not going to happen. If you want that to happen, cool. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, but it's also the lowest value alcohol in the game, so the dwarves get the least amount of happiness from it.
Thanks for the tip on the indoor pasture.
I'll show you how that works in a minute, the actual indoor pasture thing. So you guys can say honey all you want, and you know what I'll do every time you say honey? Here, how about this? See this beehive? This is the only appropriate use for bees indoors. That's okay. Not the bees! I like mead in real life, but I have no desire to do mead in this video game. So, people asking me to do things like that constantly is gonna get one actual response, and that's just me doing the opposite because I don't want to do the thing that people are asking. Unless it's something that I'm interested in doing. And at this point, I literally state, I'm not gonna do that thing. And then everybody's like, do that thing. And I'm like, well, I'll just make it impossible for me to do that thing. Perfect. Everybody wins. And by everybody, I mean me. Well, custom tile sets don't work, so I don't think that's possible. Silver She. At least not in this version. And I currently have no plans of, going back to older versions, so. Outside of maybe some specific occasions, but that's for a future discussion. Also, how the heck did I manage that? I thought I moved that. No, we will stick to plant and fruit for booze for right now. All right, so we have this tame rhinoceros calf because apparently if you train a baby rhino, they still bug out and you just get fully tame rhinos. Also, chat, your wish number 1 has been completed. Not only do we have rhinos, but we have other rhinos. We have mommy rhino and daddy rhino, probably. And shout outs to Terminal Wetness, who's carrying a rhinoceros in a cage to the fortress. So that's great. We have rhinos. We have acquired rhinos, meaning you're crying for the bees. It's probably valid, but like just don't worry about it. It's fine. We have rhinos. We can rhinos. Rhino. Friend of mine had never heard Iron Maiden in his life. And when yes, you can train rhinos for combat, but that's not a priority. This is a concern. So a friend of mine had never seen Iron Maiden in his life, and I took him to see Iron Maiden a couple weeks ago. Anyway, we saw Iron Maiden, and now he's sending me DMs saying, what are the best Iron Maiden albums? I need to buy all of them. I think I won. I've converted him. Success. So, well, I mean, you asked. So obviously this is your fort, Mako. So I hope that you have your defenses planned for our fort. Because I don't. The dead walk, hide while you still can. Let's see, we've got corpses, intelligent undeads, whatever a fist of help churches is. Small, scaly humanoid. It is thin wings of stretched skin, and its charcoal scales are round and close set. This night creature was first created by the Dingo Woman Necromancer Osek Monorot. I know I didn't say all the letters in that, but I think it sounded better like that. Of help churches. I like how they help churches. After horrible experiments on the dwarf Rovod in Howl Terror, that's pretty good, in the year 108. We got that. Two Fist of Help. This one's a maceman, though. Silver mace, that's terrifying. And a silver pike, cool. And it's a real siege, they're attacking. All right, so... on the bright side, this is going to be super easy to burrow. On the bad side, I have literally nothing to defend with. And we would lose if I tried, so we just can lock the door, and that is about it. That is about it. Where is terminal wetness? I could live without Anthrax and Children of Bodom, but Iron Maiden are pretty damn great. Not a big Children of Bodom enjoyer. You're heading back inside. Question is, where are all the dwarfs? Chat, you and your fetishes for rhinos are going to get some dwarves killed. I hope you realize this. Did they play the trooper? I've never seen them when they haven't played the trooper. They didn't play Number of the Beast, which is a little odd. But yes, of course they played the trooper. I've seen them 3 times and they've always played the trooper. Gonna need to drop the rhino, man. Going to need to drop the rhino. Yeah, but it'll starve. Not that I care, but whatever. Question is, can I even forbid the job? I can delete the stockpile. I think that's what I'll do. Somebody else dropped this one. Please drop the fucking rhino. Why are you still hauling the fucking rhino? Drop the rhino. Put down the rhino. If this whole fort dies because of this, chat, this is on you. That's it. I have 0 options. Gate elemental. Urvad was found dead. Cool. I'm glad I don't dream. All right. We are locked inside. It's time to make some slabs. Okay, so now what we have to do is we have to get forges up and running because I can't build the front door anymore because we're currently locked inside. I have no idea where this water is coming from. It must be coming from the ceiling in here, but that's okay. So because there's literally nothing I can do right now, all we can do is do stuff that's inside of the fort. We're pretty low on food, which is okay currently. I do need to get some nest boxes built. You know, at this point, I'm real... You guys have no idea how much you are... I know that you guys are, like, very attached to these rhinos, right? You have no idea how tempted I am to just throw them all into a fucking volcano. Like, I could not care less about these stupid fucking rhinos. And I hope they all starve to death, because I have no way of feeding them now. So... Yes, we are definitely going to starve due to the lack of rhino eggs. Like, I am very, very, very close to just throwing them all into a volcano right now. Just to spite you, chat. Because I quite literally, I have nowhere to put them. I'm not digging down to the first cavern layer. I'm sorry. And I didn't get to set up the farming area just yet. So unless this siege leaves quickly... Oh, looks like Suited Giraffe is dying. Horse is fighting? Or rather, Suited Giraffe was interrupted after carrying something. Where's Suited Giraffe? Maybe not. Oh, they most certainly will always be emergency rations. That's a given. All right, well. I will build a archery range. And start making... Well, actually, I can't even make wooden bolts, I don't think. Yeah, because I don't have a... Well, I do have some. I'm... One of these years, I will understand that sentence wooey, but today is not that day. It reads like a bunch of bogus and bullshit to me. You don't care about the rhinos, not your fort. Yay! Also, is Suited Giraffe actually dying? Because I saw a canceled job thing. It's just the wild boars and the animals outside. So this one's out here. But the ones that we were able to get into the fortress are... Let's see. There's one there. All right. You were able to get into the fort. We're going to have to feed them manually because I have no way of pasturing them. That one's still up there, obviously. You are there. Most of them didn't make it in. You're up there. There's one on... apparently right there, which I'm not seeing. Unless I clicked on the horse and not the rhino. It's possible. Yeah, I was able to get one into the fortress that I'm aware of. I was gonna say, that's not an actual mechanic, Wooey. I guess is why I was confused. Alright, so now I need to get lava forges set up. Which isn't something I wanted to do just yet, but I guess that's what I'm doing next. So, let's dig. I hope you like digging, chat, because we're gonna do a bunch of that. Maybe we should throw a rhino into the volcano so it can tell us how deep the volcano goes. Throwing a cat into a volcano is actually a very good way of scouting out the entirety of the volcano. This isn't even me just being like a sassy git. This is just like a fact. Throwing an animal into a volcano will tell you how deep the volcano goes. Are you? Really? Vic, that's fascinating. I hope that you would complete that hole that you were digging. But yeah, basically with this siege, the only real option I could theoretically have to kill it would be to dump lava on their heads. And currently, the only lava-safe materials I have are iron. So I'd have to make a bunch of stuff out of iron. But I don't really want to do that. Alright, well, anyway, let's start digging. There's some magnetite right there, so I will... set up an auto dig. You know what? Let's do that on a higher priority. I know it's Friday. Well, I guess it's the holy day if you participate in the great traditional religion of ignoring work. Sweet. More iron. Look at that. That's what we need. More magnetite. The great holy day of Friday. Fish mussels in tiny aquifer. I don't think... Do fish spawn in aquifers? If they do, I didn't know that. Now, we are farming. Farming is pretty efficient. We'll just swap over to plump helmet seeds. Increase our output. So are the dwarves. Speaking of bubblegum, don't ask me how I learned this. Did you know that artificial bubblegum flavor is just pink fake banana flavor? I learned this recently and it blew my freaking mind. Why are you so upset? Oh, that's why you're so upset. So I was correct. The suited giraffe is in fact outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this door. Suited, I'm going to try and let you back in. Don't you fuck this up, mate. Don't you fuck this up. If we die because of you, this is on you. Get inside. Get inside. If we die, this is your fault. I need to see zombie if they incoming. Okay, giraffe is now inside the fort. So is Laya, in fact. Never mind. Laya Gushka has made it inside the fort. Also, this is my front door lever. I wonder what you guys think of this. Ramp up, ramp up, ramp up to here. Do you approve, chat? Okay, here comes the really upset Dwarf. Let's see where the zombies are primarily. There's not actually that many of them. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 invading corpses, right? Who are currently probably booking it towards the fort. Yes. Why don't we do this? Let's make a bunch of wooden cages and just try and cage them. If I have to run outside to grab wood, we'll do that. But currently there's 2 wood inside. Actually, we'll wait until they get a little further away. I'm going to put a wood stockpile right here. I'm going to add this to this zone. We're going to try and get this stockpile full of wood. But yeah, apparently the #1 ingredient in pink bubblegum flavor is banana. So you can do whatever you want with that information. I think that's fascinating because it makes pink bubblegum flavor makes so much more sense to me. And not even in a, like, that's why I hate pink bubblegum. I don't mind it. I think it's fine. But, like, it's always been a flavor that confuses the shit out of me. Like, it makes no sense to me. It doesn't taste like anything that should exist. And it's very weird. Your favorite zone? Battle zone, obviously. Zone as in what? You mean as in, like, a zone in Dwarf Fortress? Like a room? But if you mean like as in a room in Dwarf Fortress, definitely the dining zone, probably, or the garbage zone. I use both of those very frequently. Probably my 2 #1 used zones. And also down here, this whole area gonna be added. Donzo, perfecto. That's a very wide question. I don't know how to answer that. So I guess I will stick with the original answer. Battle zone. Duh.
Zero.
0? Not :0. Thank you very much for the 7th month. Welcome back. Chat, since we are locked in Eternal Siege, guess a number between 1 and 10. I'm currently thinking of a number between 1 and 10. First person to type in that number gets the dwarf. Base case false. The number was 7. I was staring at the 7-month resub, okay? It was right in front of me. She becomes completely helpless in stressful situations and is grounded in reality and lives at a slow-going and leisurely pace. She enjoys being in crowds and doesn't seek out excitement. And she is somewhat uncomfortable around those that appear unusual or live differently from herself. She could be considered rude, and she tends to consider what others think of her, and she tends to not reveal personal information, and she can sometimes act without deliberation, and she chews her lips when she's angry, and she laughs in a unique way when she's annoyed. She personally disdains loyalty and those that deny their impulses, and finds those that deny their impulses somewhat stiff, sees introspection as important and does not particularly value the truth, and doesn't think one way or another about leisure time, and does not, in fact, worship the chinchilla god. I'm sorry. But she is an accomplished metal crafter, and wants to pray and craft an object, and fight. Which means I think I'm gonna put you in the squiddy. In the squiddy. The squid. You're gonna join the squid. There you go. The squid. All right, now that you've joined the squid, I need, we'll need crossbows later, but currently I think I have 1 dwarf training archery, and that's it. Which should probably just be you, actually. But do you even have a quiver? Oh, you have 40 bismuth bronze bolts. Well, that's great. Did I set this up correctly? No, I didn't. There you go. Go train. Get better. You must stab something. Shoot pointy thing at thing. So what we're gonna do is, because there's like no way in hell I'm going to fight these guys, we're gonna trap them. And by trap them, I mean dig a thing here, dig a thing this way, and dig a thing this way. So there is one. Oh, I got one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So I need 5 cage traps, basically. I have 2 wood in the fort currently. Also, all of this needs to be... Let's see how much wood we have here. Not a bad amount of wood, actually. More than I thought. Okay. And also, I'm going to start making rock pots. Let's just make 80. And I'm going to use chert with the pots. I'm going to do that. And then, of course, this also needs to be added into the burrow. Sweet. Drown them? You can't drown zombies. No, we're going to throw them into the volcano like civilized dwarves. I may also need to make more mechanisms. 1. Yeah, we're going to need to make more mechanisms. Rock mechanisms. Let's do 10. We're also making those cages, I assume. Yep, we are in fact making wooden cages. Let's make... And then we can try and save those... Sorry, I'm going to throw up in my mouth when I say this. We're going to save the rhinos. We're going to try and save the rhinos. You have enough if they hunt rhinos. I have enough if they hunt rhinos. Well, see, here's the thing, right? They can't kill the rhinos. The rhinos are safe. They are in cages, so the rhinos themselves are actually perfectly safe. It's just a matter of getting the bad guys to get into these cages. Get in my cages! Currently, they are beating up horses, apparently. So he's basically just, like, making him grimace on repeat. He's just, like, holding up his hand and making it grimace. Okay, here comes one. Shake Break is now a child, by the way. No longer baby. And also the dwarves walking over here are getting a nice shower. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this lovely shower. I get to walk through my little aquifer water. Okay. That's 2. That one got suspended. Unfortunate. You also got suspended. That's also unfortunate. I don't know what you're asking, Darius. Stray Rhino Calf. Can I nickname you? No, I can't. Okay. Assuming it's the closest one? Let's find out. Yep, there you go. So that gives me another cage to put in. And now we have a soon-to-be starving baby rhino. Which is very, 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 very sad. Alright, let's see. How are these doing? Nothing, 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 nothing. Cool. Okay, Okay, so we've made a bunch of cages, but they're just, like, not filling them. Is anybody loading cage traps? Yeah? Cute has a button? But what kind of button? Is this an A button? A B button? A Y button? A D button? An X button? It's currently probably just a hungry button, actually. And I'm aware I'm probably going to need to assign all of this to the zone. No, it's definitely not. I need to turn that on. I feel like I need to be reminding you guys about backseating every 10 seconds this stream, but I'm just not that willing to do that today. We'll do that. And you can do this. The thing is, I want to make that other one into a river at some point, so. Are we there yet? No, but I can time you out. Why am I having no ability to read? Probably because I'm in an ad and actually staring at that, not this thing. And I also really don't want them running around in here. For what should be relatively obvious reasons. Relatively. That's a lot of iron. Okay, that's one. That's two. What are you? Zombie. Okay. That's two. That's three. That's four. That's five. Sweet. All these are done. Let's get this opened up. Celibot has been taken by a Fey mood. If you die during this mood, it is not my fault. Hi, Top Fuel. Chat, we are about to let the creatures in. And then remove this from this burrow. Oh, cheers, Suited. Tell Cooler that. He made it. Now we wait. Uh-oh. Remember I said if you die? I can't help you. The better question is, why is everybody running outside? Ah, right. Cool. That was my fault. Get back inside, Wiz. This could be bad. Oh, hey, cool, we got bait. Live bait. Not very smart live bait, but we do have live bait. Somehow I managed to catch two of them in cages. They tried to cross the creek. That's good. Where's this one? This one is scaring the piss out of my horsies. That's fine. I'm also going to just deconstruct this to allow the horses to run inside, because hopefully, if they run inside in panic, that'll tempt these creepers over here quicker. Fortunately, just because they have giant wings doesn't mean they can't fly. They can fly. So, come here, llama. Walk left, right. No, not left, right. Walk right. See the juicy little child? Eat the child. Got him. Okay. Let's unforbid that. And add this back into the thingy. Okay, easy. Yeah, I agree, easy. Oh, we got something. Oh, god damn it. Caught a piggy. We unintended accidentally caught piggy. Well, fugly. I didn't account for this possible catastrophe. We caught something we weren't intending to. Okay, well, let's make more traps then. At least we've got bacon on the menu now, so I guess that's good. Cool, kiddo left. Can get these. Load a new one. Okay. All right. Me. Unintended side effect of catching the imprisoning the undead gives you bonus bacon. Surprise bacon is best bacon, I suppose. Lorabash is still in the workshop. You must have logs. Ugh. Like logs, rock, log. Okay, well, if you insist, I will use you as bait. Where's the rest of Zambi? You forgot how huge they are? You might have... No, I had to size them down massively. Okay, so zombie ups here's. Zombie, it's left. Left and down the hill, and then take a right at the first hole in the wall. Pretty easy to get there. But you're chasing a rhino. You know, this may end with this rhinoceros getting chased into my fortress, which would be very funny, actually. Come on, rhino. Can you come into the fort? It's only the preview that looks pixelated? It'd be pixelated. I didn't look pixelated when I made them. My previews didn't look pixelated. No? Doesn't look pixelated to me. Maybe we're just talking about an artist's perfectionism. I don't really have a lava pit right now. The only lava pit right now is the volcano, which is just a volcano. Well, the horses are walking in. God damn it, wild boars. You guys can just leave, please. I don't want to catch you. Okay, hold on. I gotta tame that other wild boar so I can eat it. Train you. Train you, but you're all the way out there. At least we got cages. And the artifact has begun, so that's good. Got something. Another pig. God damn it. Ugh. The siege is boring me to death, chat room.
More like wild boars.
Uh-huh. I agree, Fido. Bacon, well, the bacon selection is growing. Soon enough, we're going to have bacon, pork butt, and back bacon, and maybe pork ribs. Got something else. What's this? Another bacon? God friggin'... At least we're getting food supply, so I suppose that's a positive. Pork belly, pork butt, pork nose, chert earring. This is an artifact chert earring made by Celibot and offers it to the ageless creation. Just for funsies, I'm going to gift that to our manager. They get to wear a fancy earring, as well as a fancy necklace. The fancy... My phone's ringing. I have to answer this. I will be back. Don't ever get an appliance that breaks. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. Life becomes very annoying. They need 2 technicians. They're only available on Tuesdays at 9 to 12. So they're also not available this coming Tuesday. So the Tuesday after is the next time they're available. Chat, can you throw me into a volcano, please? God damn it. Don't ever own appliances. Appliances are a mistake. Anyways, we got dwarves coming out here to train these and load cage traps and remove things. They're available while I'm at TwitchCon. Yes. But that's a moot point. I don't want to talk about it. What are they fighting with currently? A horse. There's the horse. This is one of my horses. I'm really hoping that this horse tries to get inside. Because if it just tried to get inside, life would be so much easier for me. Let's just do all of that. Which means the Tuesday I get back, the first stream I have back after the convention, there will be 2 guys sometime midday fixing my washing machine. Anyway, there's another one. So we've got that one. I think it's just the intelligent undead now. And then one more. It's this guy and this guy that we need to catch. This one's close by. That's good. Chasing a rhino. All my rhinos are starving. No, they don't work. They're all starving. They'll gather there, but they don't feed them. Like, you can make them wherever you want, but they will starve to death. I'm just trying to get them to congregate inside so these stupid fucking zombies will go inside. But they will starve to death there. I'm, like, genuinely ready to just put a hole in the wall when it comes to this stupid appliance. So apologies for the salt. I'm just kind of cranky about appliances at this exact minute. Please just go get caught in the stupid trap. Please go get caught in the stupid trap. Please go get caught in the trap. Please go get caught in the trap. Sometimes I wonder why I need to explain things, Shadow Absorber. It's like, of course they don't work, but like, yes, you can use them to make animals congregate somewhere. Or for animals that don't need to graze. So if an animal doesn't need to graze, or if you just need them to congregate somewhere, it's totally an option, but that's about it. Okay. And also, that really upset dwarf who was stuck outside is now significantly less upset, so I guess that's good for everybody involved. Okay, so the intelligent undead has left the map. So this guy is the only one left, meaning the siege is basically over. I just need this one zombie to die. If this zombie wasn't, like... Well, okay, the zombie's not even armed anymore. I could probably just tell these dwarves to beat it to death. Assuming you actually care about rodents in your stockpile, which I don't. I think a fortress with no cats in it is actually a better fortress than a fortress with cats in it. So. I think I'm going to see if a bunch of unarmed dwarves can kill this thing. How catastrophic could this be? It has no bolts left. It just has a crossbow. It doesn't have a melee weapon. And it's chasing a rhino. And I want to be able to feed my rhinos. So we're going to try this. You're going to die? Okay, good. Noted. Your confidence is very reassuring. Yeah, I'm going to just go... I almost said pasture. Station the soldiers just outside. One of them does have 40 bismuth bolts. So we get 40 shots before they start trying to use bonk sticks. The rest of them are just unarmed. They have fists. They don't even have iron crossbows yet. So guys, go stand there. Get up here, dwarfies. I have much faith in users. Just waiting for the extras. There's the extras. Come on, boys and lady. Where's the zombie? Zombie here. So because zombie there, I'm gonna tell the dwarves to go be here. Watch while we're doing this, the zombies somehow manage to get, like, caught in my trap. Which would just be incredible. That zombie better die before you. I know that feeling. Gonzo, thank you very much for the 3rd month. Chat, you got one job. Do it. Do it. Right. Where's zombie? No zombie. Zombie all the way down here. Okay. Oh, okay. Dwarves are colliding with zombie. Marksdorf punches the crossbowman corpse in the right hand. It is just a corpse. It's not intelligent, so we should be okay. They are continuing to punch it. The corpse is attacking them, but they're dodging. Militia commander is dodging. They did bash somebody, which got some bruises. Okay, so somebody got some bruises. So that's okay so far. Just some minor bruising. I am seeing blood on the ground, which is Kitwater's blood. Why are you bleeding, Kitwater? That's not part of the plan. If I said bleeding was part of the plan, then you could bleed. But bleeding is not part of the plan, so no bleeding. Okay? That's because you got scratched. Got it. Punching him. Gotcha. They're continuing to punch him. Bones just went on the ground. That's the human crosswoman corpse's bones, which is good. So the baddie is falling apart a little bit. The militia commander strikes the corpse, but the shot is parried by a crossbow. How do you get parried by a crossbow? More bones are on the ground, which is more of the baddie's bones, as well as the human crosswoman's nose cartilage? Ear cartilage. All right, so he lost an ear. He is bleeding. Two of my dwarves are bleeding, however. Terminal wetness is bleeding, and so is Kitwater. So while that is happening over there, I'm going to go be a very big smart boy, and we're going to make a real quick speed hospital. So I'm going to make a hospital by making a couple beds here, and then I'm going to hit this button, and I'm going to make a meeting area, and I'm going to hit this button, and I'm going to be like, yo, guys, make this into a hospital, yo, and don't charge anybody because we're not American. Then we're going to put this here, and then I'm going to put a table there, and then I'm going to hit this button, and I'm going to click on Chief Medical Dwarf. And any volunteers? Preferably somebody who's not in the military right now. Talon? All right, Talon Artho, you're now the Chief Medical Dwarf, meaning you and Elfie Bean and Celibot and you and Laya can be all of our doctors. All right, now put that hospital together stat. We need it. Anyway, let's see how this goes. Where'd the fighting go? Fighting. Seeking fighting. Streamer seeking fighting. Okay, there we go. The fighting continues. Gonstein is enraged at all enemies. The zombie is no longer bleeding and feels fondness. Is currently horrified after... Hold on a second. If I make zombie, it feel nothing. Why do these ones feel things?